Yo, so what is going on, guys? It is Squid here, and in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to Chrism's video here. Let's argue Kino versus 5. Now, this video, let me see exactly when this was uploaded. 5 days ago, January 28th. I was gonna react to it earlier, but I didn't because of school. But I have the day off today, Thursday, because it's a snow day. So we also had yesterday off on Wednesday, so there was a huge snowstorm. So I'm gonna be reacting to this video. I don't know how much I'm gonna talk because this video will probably end up being close to 20 minutes, but we'll see how this goes. So let's argue Kino versus 5. I don't despise 5, but it's definitely like in my top 10 least favorite maps of all time. Probably in my top 5 actually. It's not as bad as Moon or Transit or Dire Eyes, but it's definitely lackluster. So let's see. I don't know if he's going to be saying that he likes 5 more than Kino or what, but we'll see. We'll see.
I asked my subscribers on the community tab to drop your most unpopular Call of Duty Zombies opinion. Today we're going to look at 9 random opinions, and I'll let you know if I agree or disagree.
Oh, okay, so it's not just... Okay, this is actually fine then, okay. Okay, this is talking about the boss fight. I'm going to listen, but I've never done it, so I can't share any input on it.
To use all of the equipment obtained in the Easter egg. I look forward to it every time I play that Easter egg, and the boss fight is a blast. Yeah, I do think it's fair to not necessarily equate something being easy to something being not fun. I don't think a boss fight necessarily has to be this big crazy thing at the end of the game that you're like shaking in fear of before you actually go into. I do agree, and I really do like the aesthetic of the final boss room, and I like maps that kind of give you a training room once you finish the Easter egg. Origins is another example of that.
You know what? That's actually interesting. I don't do Easter eggs yet, but I definitely am starting to, since Zombies Journey is starting to, it's over halfway done by now. So my main series right now, you can check out the videos. There'll definitely be a card on the top of the screen. But since I'm starting to, the maps that I have left are starting to slowly dwindle down, you know, if I'm doing like, 2 a week like I am right now, I'm going to be moving on from Zombies Journey. So Easter eggs are the next thing I gotta worry about, and it is cool how this one, like you said, gives you an extra training spot. And I know that there's like an elevator camping spot with the KT4 that you get by doing the Easter egg.
It's the Easter egg on Origins, but before you throw up the Max's drone, you can actually get to high rounds like ridiculously easy, just training in the crazy place. But the only caveat is you have to do the entire Easter egg first. Zetsubou is kind of similar in that sense. So I definitely don't hate.
You know what I've heard though is that by the time you get the Masamune on Zetsubou, you've already done like half the Easter egg and the skull and basically everything I did in that video, the Zetsubou Zombies Journey a couple days ago. That pretty much was like, I guess, half the Easter egg. I mean, I even got the missile or whatever, the rocket shell, the missile shell from a plant. So I already had, I guess, like half the Easter egg done.
It would be kind of cool if the boss had some sort of a tag just to maybe try to like keep you on your toes or whatever. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, I don't think a boss fight has to be the hardest thing. Like, we don't have to have a Voyage of Despair or an Ancient Evil every single time we want to finish an Easter egg. The Mark IIs from Alpha Omega are actually really fun to use and not as lazy as people say they are. Maybe it's just the design and aesthetic, but I love using them every time I play Alpha Omega. See, I'm a really big fan of the original Mark II, and so like the idea of being able to have like 4 elemental versions of them is something that I really like. And I would say that the Rega Mark II upgrades are without a doubt like the one bright spot I have for Alpha Omega. It's like the one thing.
Dude, I always forget about the 4 wonder weapons on Alpha Omega. I always forget about them because I've only really done them one time each. I always forget about them. I always remember Ancient Evil's gauntlets, but I always forget about those. Everyone forgets about those, but I like them. But I'm definitely gonna, when I practice that map for Zombies Journey in a few weeks, I'll definitely have to see what I think about them now.
Back to that map, and literally, I'm not kidding you, probably the only thing is those Mark II variants. How the map layout is and just how obnoxious the Pack-a-Punch system on that map is just keeps me away from it. But yeah, I actually agree. I think the Mark IIs were probably some of the best wonder weapons we actually had on Black Ops 4. I enjoy 5 more than Kino. Kino is good.
Okay, here's the what the heck is this? Is this a Shadow Man right there or what, dude? The heck is that? Okay, I enjoy 5 more than Kino. Kino is good, but it's ultimately too monotonous to keep me interested. 5 keeps me engaged with tighter engagements and a more difficult experience. Difficulty makes the simple maps more fun, in my opinion. Okay, I'd agree with that. Difficulty makes the simple maps more fun. I agree with that. I certainly like Verrucht more than Shinonuma. Obviously, I like Der Riese more than Shinonuma, and it's less open than Shino, and it's definitely harder than Shino is. But I can't say no. Never will I say I like 5 more than Kino. Classified, on the other hand, I like Classified maybe about as much as Kino. Classified in BO4, I have a lot of good memories. I really enjoyed that. They expanded the map. Classified is what 5 should be. 5, there's only one training spot. What I want to know is, how are you playing 5 in co-op with 4 players? How can you do that? To be honest, how can you even play Kino? Like those old maps, how can you even do that? But Kino, you can definitely do, you can play with 4 players. 5? There's literally one training spot. There's literally one training spot. That's the biggest problem with it. And you can say, oh, you camp in the elevator, but the problem with that is that fun? Like camping, I feel like training. I'm definitely more of a trainer than a camper. I don't like camping in zombies. I don't even like camping on the catwalk anymore. But to be honest, I don't like 5. Let's see what Chrissm says though about this.
Too monotonous to keep me interested. 5 keeps me engaged with tighter engagements and a more difficult experience. Difficulty makes the simple maps more fun in my opinion. I think if I want to play zombies, it all depends on the mood. Like, do I want to just literally vibe out and like watch a YouTube video and like half pay attention? If I happen to be in that mindset, then I'll probably prefer a map like Kino. But if I actually want to play and do something that's slightly more engaging, that keeps me a little bit more invested in what I'm actually doing, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I don't hate 5. I just don't like it as much as Kino.
Hit or miss. Like, it just literally depends on the day. I will say that over the years, I've 100% played way more Kino der Toten than I have 5. I would say maps like Kino and Ascension are like the peaks of what you want to do when you want to play something more relaxing. But if
no, don't say Ascension, dude. Every time, like you said about Alpha Omega, the Pack-a-Punch, I'm guessing you mean the what is it? The ventilation systems that you got, like those. Yeah, those are very annoying. But you know how you said that those turn you off from playing Alpha Omega, dude. The monkeys on Ascension completely break the map. Ascension is so boring to me. Like it's so boring, and the monkeys just completely ruin it for me, dude.
To play a slightly more engaging map, I'd probably lean into something like Shangri-La or Call of the Dead. 5 is kind of like that awkward, like smaller map that I just never.
Exactly, it's too small. It's you know what? It's too small. And the elevators should not be there. There should only be one elevator on the map. And that should not be... That should be the one going down into the lab and back up to the war room. There should not be the elevator going into the war room from spawn. They're just from the office areas. There absolutely should not be. It should literally just be a staircase because it completely breaks the flow of the map. I hate it. And, yeah, there should only be one elevator. And the map just should be bigger, you know? It should just... maybe have like an outside area, like a parking lot, but again, it's never gonna happen. This map is over a decade old.
Reason why I end up not actually playing it that much. Every Cold War map feels the same with its military.
Very true.
If they add anything cool looking to the map, it's basically a variant of Purple Rock. The other Zombies games, not Vanguard, all had an ensemble of unique settings and characteristics that made.
I agree. I agree.
Cold War just doesn't do that for me. Considering how short this comment is, it really does get straight to the point of why Cold War is one of my least favorite Treyarch Zombies games. Like, I feel like when you're playing a game, you could sort of get a feel for how much work was actually put into the game. And I'm not saying that the Zombies team working on Cold War didn't put a ton of time into it.
You know, the problem is they didn't have time. They just didn't have enough development time. But yeah, I agree with this point. Mauer der Toten is a good map. It just is, I don't like the Cold War system. I'm not a big fan of it. There's certain things I like, But and I'll talk about that once I get closer over to Cold War for Zombies Journey soon.
Older games from, I want to say, like Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 4, you can tell that there was huge cuts to the Zombies team. And you can see that in what this comment is talking about. Like, when building the Cold War maps, you can almost tell, and it's more of a feeling than anything, and I know it might be controversial, but you can almost tell that there wasn't quite as much love poured into handcrafting every single detail of the maps. The maps feel a lot more hollow. There's less little...
Oh, yep, of course, Firebase Z. Firebase Z and Forsaken for sure.
Different terminology, just so I could articulate what's going
Mauer
on.
and D Machine are alright. They're good.
To this feeling that a lot of Zombies players have when they play Cold War, that it's just not quite the same. I enjoy Tag and Classified more than their original counterparts. I mean,
you know what? I actually agree with that.
The only thing that really made the experience fun were the characters. Classified is much better, but it's a slight improvement. Tag, on the other hand, I do enjoy much more. For one thing, George isn't a problem anymore, so you don't have to worry about pissing him off.
Yeah, you know what? Look, I liked Call of the Dead when I played it in Zombies Journey over a month ago. I like Call of the Dead, definitely. I actually like it more than 5. I like it more than Moon, without a doubt. I like it more than Shangri-La, and I like it more than Ascension. So, Call of the Dead, look, I like Call of the Dead probably just as much as Kino. Like, Call of the Dead, it has PhD, which is amazing. It has more perks than Kino, so that's a big thing. I love the Wonder Weapon, the Scavenger. It has Deadshot. It's really, really cool. I really like Call of the Dead, but I can definitely agree with this. I like Classified way more than 5. Way more.
Free Wonder Weapons and get the Yellowstone.
Tag I haven't played in a really long time.
I agree with this comment, and I know that's extremely controversial. I agree with the comment that Classified kind of slightly made better the map 5, which wasn't that great of a map in the first place. That's kind of how I feel about that. And I'm somebody who really likes the map Call of the Dead. Like, it's a fantastic zombies map. But I have to say that I do prefer Tagged or Toten. Maybe that's just the inner Black Ops 4 Zombies fanboy in me. There's a lot more to do in it. There's an Easter egg that, for me, is actually really fun to do. There's a ton of little side Easter eggs. And I think the expanded areas on the map Tagged or Toten actually improve the map. In fact, I would say the only 2 map layouts that were actually improved by expanding upon them were Tagged or Toten and Classified. Like, Blood of the Dead, everyone acknowledges that there's no point of the new spawn. Like, it's just an extra area.
With the catwalk.
The Warden's house, pretty much the same thing. And those areas...
you know what? The Warden's house, when I went back and played Mob for Zombies Journey a few weeks ago, close to a month ago at this point, actually, which is mind-blowing, I actually was just like, that part of the map feels empty without the Warden's house. I feel like the Warden's house is a good addition, but I agree with the fact that the whole catwalk side with Richtofen's lab or whatever it is with the other power area, I mean, I appreciate it, but there's really no point. Yeah. Are there any other new areas on Blood of the Dead? I don't think there are. I don't know. I'm excited to play Blood.
Separated from everything else, that it makes it a chore to actually go to. And Alpha Omega, like, I could talk about that one day, how I literally never asked for a Nuketown remake, and definitely didn't want an entire underground system build that's just annoying and dark and dreary, and just areas that I literally want to shut my eyes when I go into because they're just so ugly. But yeah, I agree. Tag and Classified are great remakes to the original. Vanguard Zombies is a mode that I should hate, but for some reason I enjoy. Even though it has no Easter egg, no pause button, etc., I still enjoy it. Something about the insane selection of weapons to choose.
Mindless fun. I can see. I guess.
It's just mindless fun for me. I also like the Dark Ether camo, even though it's the worst final camo in Vanguard. I think it depends on how much you actually play, because I played Vanguard a decent amount for the first week that it came out. I made several videos during that time, kind of pointing out everything that's wrong with it, saying why it's bad, you know, but the mode itself was fun for that first week. So if you're somebody that only plays video games on the weekends, maybe you're not somebody who gets on every day to play
I agree.
games.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Zombies isn't your main game. It's only
introducing
man, the ads. Topo Chico, get out of here, man.
Something you do on the side. You could probably find some enjoyment in Vanguard Zombies. It's just not something
I definitely did, but not for long. I haven't played it in over a month now. The last time I played it was like a few days before those 2 Vanguard Zombies top 5s went up. Then I haven't played it since.
Not replayable enough at the end of the day for me.
And I was bored out of my mind when getting gameplay for that. Definitely. Yep.
Should have been expanded more. I 100% agree. Like, they were clearly trying to end the Ether story and wanted to do something new. So they kind of set us up with this really cool storyline that for me was actually...
You know, the thing with this is Dark Ether, I don't understand it. I thought they were ending Ether. Like, Ether has been ended, right? Tagged or Toten, right? Those old characters, you know, those old voice actors for Dempsey, Takio, Richtofen, and Nikolai. But yet Richtofen's back now in Cold War, and like all the old perks are back as well, and the Pack-a-Punch looks the same. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like they're just too scared to do a new storyline. And I liked Chaos. Chaos had some really, really cool settings, dude. Like, Dead of the Night setting. All the Chaos maps have a really, really cool setting because they're actual real places, you know? Like, the Titanic, you know, Greece. What is it? Where does 9 take place? Isn't it Rome? Roman Colosseum or whatever? Dead of the Night is an awesome mansion. Really, really cool settings, though.
A little bit more interesting than the regular Ether. At least speaking about the Ether story towards the end of it when it got super confusing. But obviously they couldn't keep that story going simply because not that many people played Black Ops 4 Zombies. So they didn't have enough people invested in the first place for them to actually expand upon it. So unfortunately, it's gonna be retired forever. Voyage of Despair is...
Man, that hurts. That hurts. I actually, like... I don't know. Dark Ether story is not looking very good. I know nothing about that story. Voyage of Despair is the second easiest DOE. I haven't never done it.
Black Ops 4. The only hard step is the planet step, but that's because of the claustrophobic nature of some of those spots. I mean, I can definitely name more than one Easter egg that's easier than Voyage of Despair. But is Voyage a lot easier than people make it out to be? 100%. It's not that bad. I think I made that point clear when I ranked all of the Easter eggs in this video. I'd rather play Infinite Warfare Zombies over any other mode. Infinite Warfare
I can see why.
Challenges to complete, a Fate and Fortunate card system, essentially gobblegums that are well balanced.
Spaceland and Rave in any Zombies game would make it one of the greatest. Dude, am I the only one that likes Attack of the Radioactive thing? I have a lot of good memories on that map.
I've been playing a decent amount of Infinite Warfare Zombies recently, so I'm probably going to make a video or two coming up very shortly. But I think how I feel about Infinite Warfare is it feels like how most of the community views Black Ops 4. Like, the people that dislike Black Ops 4 usually attribute it to the engine just being bad, and it doesn't feel like classic zombies. For me, that's kind of how Infinite Warfare feels. Like, I like it on paper. Like there's a ton of Easter eggs, there's a ton of little side Easter eggs, there's just a ton to do.
It's fun.
Great. The maps are really
fun because it doesn't take itself seriously. Like, you look at Spaceland, man, and it's just, you're able to go on roller coasters, go on crazy rides and stuff, and just do, you know, like the target practice, the basketball game, get tickets to buy max ammos and the wonder weapon, which actually, Spaceland has like 5 wonder weapons, because if you count the polar gun, which is garbage, but if you count that, it's got 5 wonder weapons, which is crazy. But Rave is good too. Rave is good. I like Rave. Haven't played it in a long time.
Boss fights that we've had in Call of Duty Zombies history, but it just quite doesn't have that feel of Treyarch Zombies. But don't get me wrong, I do like it, and it's been growing on me a little bit more every time I play it. But something about the engine of that game just doesn't sit right with me. YouTube's algorithm thinks that you want to watch this video next. Why don't you see it and find out if it's right?
Why don't you see if alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was a reaction. Okay, that was a lot different of a video than I expected it to be. I thought the whole video was gonna be like that, but yeah, Chrissm, I like Chrism's videos. He's definitely like, I figured out who he was because of Mr. T Lexify reacting to him, but I think he's gonna be like, he's definitely one of the most popular zombies YouTubers right now. And there's a lot of, like, his videos, just the way he titles them and stuff like that they're just, I don't know, they're just intriguing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. As you can see, I've watched a pretty good amount of his videos already. But yeah, anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Check out my newest video, The Revelation Zombies Journey. That came out yesterday. And then in a few days, I will have, maybe even tomorrow, or the day after that probably, I will have another Zombies video going up for Zombies Chronicles. I'll be playing Noct, Verrucht, Shino, and then Kino in that video. So, yeah, anyways, we're almost done with BO3 Zombies, so definitely, it's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm excited to go on a BO4. And this video had a lot of talk about BO4, a lot of unpopular BO4 opinions, but I share most of those opinions, as you could tell. But yeah, anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one, guys. Subscribe today to join the Squid Army for more videos just like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. And peace out, guys.